Hello, everyone. Hello, good morning. It's kind of crazy. I really can sleep. Like, I must hate the morning or something, because, like, no matter how early I sleep, like, I can just still wake up at 11. Like, I could still sleep, like, forever. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, hi guys, good morning. Tokimori, Tokyo koete ga otodokete Cosmia no Tokimori a o i deyo. Hi guys, I'm your favorite Friday Fox girl, Aoi Tokimori from Cosmia. And I am back from a trip. Hello! Welcome back, thank you! Good morning, Konkomori! Hi, Uebagi, thank you very much for the membership milestone for 37 months! Thank you! Good to see you again. Hello! Miki-sama mo irashai! Konkomori! 超久しぶり。1週間ほど旅行をしておりました。どこに行ったのかというと、ボックスアイランドに行ってきました。というのも、ゆらちゃんのところに遊びに行きました。Hello, good to see you again. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you have fun on your trip. It was a good time. It was a very good time. Welcome back. Thank you. It was long. Let's see. I was gone from Friday to Friday. Weeks ago Friday. The last week Friday. I had a very fun trip with let's see. Iku, Yura, Luto, and Naki. So it was 5 of us, the girlies trip. And yeah, we all went to Fox Island, we all traveled around. It was a very trip. So let's see. I know that Luto showed a lot of pictures already, so I could like go back and see all the things that she showed. I'm not sure. Girls trip, food photos. Okay, gotcha. The thing is, like, all of the photos that Luto showed, they're all I don't know if they're all pictures that she took, because I made a shared Google Photos like album, so I'm not sure if it was like if it was just her photos or any of our photos. I don't know. They were definitely none of mine, because I took a total of like 2 photos while I was there, because I saw that everyone else was taking photos. Why would I need to take photos when everyone else is taking the same photos? But yeah, there are a lot of things that like I think food is probably like the safe thing to show. And the thing is, like, I didn't take pictures of my food, so I guess I don't really have much to add. And I think you've all probably heard like a good recap from Luto, because it looks like she streamed for a really long time. Really long time. Yesterday. Well, I mean, maybe not long for Luto, but it was like 5 hours or something. Foods and animals, attractions. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, we were together the whole time, so anything that you saw on Luto's stream, like, that happened. I was there too. I think the only time I wasn't with Luto was, I think, her first day. First and maybe even second day. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long she was there in total, but when me and Iku got there, Luto and Naki were already there. So we were the last to arrive. We got there on like Saturday morning, very early Saturday morning. So yeah. Fun to flex the amateur photographer playing Role of Thirds. I am not a photographer. I actually, well, so I bought like a checky for myself, just to like, I don't know, save like memories and stuff. But I kind of like didn't take any checkies while I was out there, and then on the last night, I was like, can I take a picture of you guys? And they're like, no. They literally were just like, no, and I was like, okay. So, the amount of, like, the visceral, the amount of, like, no was so intense in the room, so I was like, okay. Also, I don't think there will be a vlog just because, like, Iku was like, I'm not sure if I can, like, take the vlog. I don't know. And then, like, by the time we were like, oh, okay, it's fine to take, like, the picture was, like, halfway over. The trip was halfway over, so. They Uno reversed your Uno. Yeah, so pretty much, like, I believe the reason that I'm almost positive the reason that there was I was not allowed to take a checky within the last like few hours of the trip was because everyone was like showered and like not in their minds like not presentable. As a girl who doesn't as someone who like doesn't know about those things, like I don't really understand the gravity of the situation, but the amount of resistance in their voices was very clear to me that they did not want their picture taken, so I was like, okay. But let's see. So let's see if I went back and I looked through my pictures. I don't have any pictures, by the way. I looked through my collection of photos. Everyone else's collection of photos, I should say. Let's see. Pictures of like drinks and food. You guys do the obligatory phones in a circle? No. I mean, we took real pictures. We took pictures of like, we took like actual group like selfies and stuff. But nothing to like post on Twitter. Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, we just like, I guess we just like didn't think to take those pictures. I also don't like bring my work phone places, so I would not have been able, well, I guess I could just like I'd have to pull up like I guess I could pull up a PNG. That wouldn't be, that's actually easy for me. But yeah, we took actual pictures. I will say that this trip wasn't very, like, let's make content focused. It was very much just like, oh, we're here to, like, meet each other and have a good time, I guess. Let's see. I will say that I was a little bit apprehensive of going on this trip. Like, I mean, let's see. How do I phrase this in a way that doesn't sound like I didn't want to go on this trip? Because, like, I did. I definitely did. But it's just, like, I think I was a little bit apprehensive just because, like, because it was, like, a big girls trip, and I've never been on a big girls trip. God. Like, I'm, like, still waking up, clearly. My body's, like, still waking up. But yeah, I've never been on, like, a big girls trip. I've been on, like, I think the biggest, like, group trip I've been on, like, excluding my like, club retreats, like, my, like, circle retreats, for school in, like, Japan, I've been, like, let's see. I think it was probably the last trip I took to, like, Vancouver, and that was, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. I gotta recount. I went to Vancouver twice in the span of like a month, for 2 different occasions. So like, I'm like, wait. I'm like, which one was bigger? Who did I go with? 1, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm losing count. I don't know who was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? What? Sorry. I keep counting because I'm like, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I think 6. 2, 3, 5. I've done like 5 and 6. The one group know about the other group you're going with. Yeah, they did. One of them, or actually no, they I mean they did. I mean they're all connected, but I went for different reasons. The first one was because the bigger one, I went because I had friends from Japan that were visiting. Yeah, I had friends from Japan that were visiting, and then the second one was because we were going to Miku Expo. There was one day, it wasn't after Miku Expo, it was like the day after Miku Expo where like a bunch of people like gathered, but it wasn't like we were traveling together. It was like a really big lunch/dinner, but like it wasn't like we're traveling together. I think the one group that was traveling, the bigger group that I was traveling with was like, I believe it was 6. Was it? No, it was 7. No, it was 6. Sorry, it's 6. Yeah, 6. Okay. Why did it take so long? Okay, anyway. My brain for a group size operates purely on, can I get a table at a restaurant? And 6 is tough but doable. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I guess... Yeah. I mean, like, okay. So, when I traveled with these 6 people, it was... Okay, so how many... We had 3... Oh, it was 3 and 3. It was 3 boys, 3 girls, which is interesting. I'm never that balanced. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Let's see. I've also traveled with, like... I've also traveled 3 girls, 2 boys. I've done, like... Yeah, I've done like 3 girls, 2 boys. I've done 3 girls, 3 boys. I've done like 1 girl, me, and like a few other, like 2 boys. I've never done more than 2 boys. I don't think I can handle more than 2 boys. They're like, I don't know. I don't know. I've done like 1 girl, 1 girl. I've 1 girl, 1 girl. I've done 2 girls. I've done 3 girls, but 3 is like my biggest. 3 girls is my biggest girls trip that I've ever done. 1 girl, me. Yeah, I mean, like, I've traveled with, like, a different... I've traveled with a lot of different, like, groups before. So it's very much, like... I don't know. But this was my biggest girl trip that I had ever taken. And I have to be honest, I was nervous. Because, I don't know. It's difficult. I think that, like... So my biggest trip... Well, I need to go back. So my biggest trip of 6 people was very fun. Again, it was very fun. But I found it a little bit difficult because, I had one friend in particular that was, like, very excited to do a lot of sightseeing. Like, they wanted to go visit all the, like, I wanted to go to this part, or like this thing, I need to do this, oh, what's famous here, I want to go see this or do that, you know. So they were like, yeah, so, and everyone else was kind of like, oh, we've either been to Vancouver before and like don't really care, or like we're just like not that kind of people, you know. Like, I just want to like wake up when I want to wake up and like not have to do like that many things. Like, I just want to like chill with my friends, you know. And it was hard. I think it was like hard for the one person who wanted to do all these like sightseeing things, because like we just like wouldn't wake up, or like we wouldn't leave the house on time, or like we wouldn't, you know. Like it was a very just like slow. It was a very slow paced few days, and the one kid who like wanted to like do stuff was like, please, everyone get your shit together. I mean, they didn't say that, but like you could tell that like, I don't know. I think they like wanted to do a little bit more. With the grid of travel size demographics, yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right. You're right. There are no more surprises. So yeah, it really, I don't know. It really shows that like it's hard to travel with people. I was talking to my mom the other day about this, and she was like, yeah, you know, I went on this trip with like your aunt and like and my friend, and it was like the three of us, and the two of them were they fought like every day. And I was like, I see. Because it really like, I don't know, you could, it really reinforced the like traveling with a lot of people over like a few years has definitely reinforced the idea for me that like you can be really close, you can be like the best of friends with someone and like have like a really bad traveling experience with them. So I think I was a little bit nervous for this trip. I was like, okay, here we are, 5 girls, and like there are some people in this group that have like never met each other before. Like obviously we know each other. We've like quote unquote like worked together for like what, 5 years, right? But like there's a lot of us that just haven't met each other. I've never met Luto. Like Luto hasn't met Naki or Yura. Iku hasn't met Naki. Like there's just like a web. There's a web of like people who haven't met each other, right? So most of my trips have been solo. I've done 10 people trips before. At a point, I think that a bigger trip like that is better, because like there's a weird middle range where like you want to do everything together. I think like 5 ends up, because other 5 people trips that I've done has also been like a pretty like it's like a big group, but like you all end up doing things together. You know what I mean? When you have more than that, when you have like 8 or like maybe even 6, I'm not sure because even when I had 6, did we do things separately? Sometimes, but only because one person in the group just would not wake up. Yeah, it's like maybe if we get more vacation days, travel will be less stressful. Amen. Yeah, 5 girls. Is it enough you still off into yeah, exactly. Like if it's like 8 to 10, it's like, oh yeah, like okay, we'll just people who want to do this go here, people who want to do this go here, right? Yeah. But 5 I think is like pushing, 5 to 6 is like pushing the line a little bit of like how much like do you want to do together and how much do you want to like do you want to split up or whatever, because like leaving 2 people or leaving 1 person, I think unfortunately for like Luto was the one who wanted to like explore everything and everyone else is kind of like so but Luto is the type of person who is completely fine with like going off on her own and doing stuff like on her own. So I think that it ended up like being okay. Depending on the person and depending on their mindset, it could have been like, oh my god, like you guys don't want to do anything. Like when did you come on the trip if you don't want to do anything? When you're leaving me, whatever. But like Luto is very like chill about that. She's like, if no one wants to go, I'm just gonna do it myself. So it makes for an easy experience, I think. Anyway, I was scared. I was scared because I'm not very like I don't know, like I'm not very much of like a girl. Like I was very prepared to be like the man of the group. And that's true, I was, and that's fine. Yeah, like I don't know. She also wanted to squeeze in an off collab. Yeah, I'm not sure how we would have done that. I guess we could have just like piled in Yura's like streaming room, I guess. But the thing is, like, Yuta, I didn't enter the streaming room once. I didn't enter Yuta's room once either because I don't think she, I don't know, if I asked, maybe she would have, like, let us go in or something. But, like, Yuta is, I'm sure she's, like, talked about it on stream before, but, Yuta's like, I'm a princess. Yuta's like, I'm a princess. Like, she doesn't share, like, food or drink with anyone because, like, she just, like, doesn't like she doesn't like germs. She's like a germaphobe. Which is like understandable. Not everyone wants to like share food and drink. But it was so funny because the rest of us, the four of us were like swapping spit all the time because we're sharing drinks and like everything. And one time it's so like I gotta like keep it in my mind. I have to be like, okay, Yuta won't do that. But yeah, so like Yuta's very much like, what's mine is mine, don't touch it, sort of. So, like, it's very much like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if, but I guess she, like, doesn't really stream. I don't think she streams in her room. Actually, I don't know. So, I didn't see any of the rooms that, yeah, I pretty much, like, didn't see any of the rooms that, like, belonged to, you know, like, we were just, like, in the living room. It's just because, like, we didn't, I mean, I just didn't, like, think to ask. But yeah, Australia's an ocean away, doing anything overseas. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely part of it. Like, I think, like, we were in, I mean, like, for a lot of us that live, like, more close, a little bit closer to each other, like, the novelty of some things is not as, like, intense as others. I do think, Pluto and Iku had a good time with their fruits, though. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure she would have let us into her, like, streaming room, but, like, we just did, I don't know. Yuna did, I think she did, like, a stream. She did a stream while me and Iku and Pluto were at, like a theme park, like an amusement park. But other than that, we were all so tired the whole time too. Like, I'm not really sure. I can't imagine we would have had the like energy to squeeze in a stream. And I mean, like, I guess it's like, what the hell would we have done? You know? I guess we just sat there. We just sit there and like talk. But this is a long time no see. Ali, how have you been? Hello. I've been okay. I've just been traveling. Came back a few days ago. Yeah. Yeah. Glad you had fun on your girls trip. Yeah, I did have fun on my girls trip. It was yeah, it was very fun. It was very me and Yuta were actually talking about it last night. We're like, okay, why, like, we barely did anything. Why are we so tired? Like, kind of insane. I'm like, who's messaging me? It's my girls' night out biting lip emoji group chat. Is amusement park food the same there? We had A&W. Our amusement park food was A&W, which is so funny. But it was good. The glizzy, as Luto called it, was pretty good. And I had some nuggies. They were pretty good. 4 a.m. on the last night of the trip. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, because me and Iku, our plane left at 6. And since we were so, like, like, we every night we stayed up really late anyway, so it just made sense to stay up, and get on the plane. So it was a little bit brutal. Like, we were really tired after we got off, like, our first flight. We had a connecting flight, so, it was a little brutal, but it was fine. I actually am not sure how much I'm allowed to talk about this, so I won't say any names. I'm not gonna say any names until I actually get permission from the person who was involved. But me and Iku were actually able to meet up with like one more person before we left. To go back home. And it was really, really fun as well. They were another like VTuber friend, but I will keep their name private until I get like actual permission to talk about it. Anyway. You girls got to take turns sleeping in a guest room? That's partially true. That's partially true. I believe Luto slept in the guest room on her first night because I believe she was the only one there. The second night, I am not sure what happened. I think that Luto and Naki might have slept on, like, the floor of the living room together? Or not. Maybe not. Maybe not, but when I entered the house, there were 2 mattresses on the living room floor, so I could only assume that they had slept there together. And so then me and Iku came the first night that me and Iku were there. I think that the guest room was meant for the both of us, both me and Iku. But I prefer to sleep alone and, like, in, like, a small space. You know what I mean? I like, yeah, I took the couch. So I took the couch. But the couch was apparently really good. She never slept on it. Luto never slept on it, but so I pretty much took over the couch. But yeah, I mean, it was comfortable. Yeah, I guess I am a cat in that respect. Like, I like to be, like, alone. I like to sleep, like, not alone, but, like, it's a little bit more difficult for me to sleep, like, in the same... I mean, like, I'll do it. Of course I'll do it, but, like, yeah. Of course I'll do it. Like, I don't mind sleeping with my friends, but, like, if there's an empty couch available, I will take the couch instead. You know what I mean? To give my friend, like, more room. Because it was, like, a bigger bed, so I was, like... I think that, like, it's... Like, it'd be better if I can take the couch, then I would be giving Iku more space in the bed. Because I know that she says... She always... I haven't really experienced this, but she says, like, she's a really, like, violent sleeper. Like, she tosses and turns, like, a lot. So... is what she says. I've slept in the same bed as Iku... Like, a small bed, too. I've slept in a smaller bed with Iku, like, twice. Twice as in, like, for one trip. Like, because Iku took the... When we went on the... Did she take the loft? I think she did. When we went to Karuizawa, I think Iku also took, like, the loft, like, by herself. So, because she's always like, oh, I kick or whatever. I toss and turn in my sleep. So I don't know. Like, it makes sense. It just makes sense for me, especially because I enjoy, like, the couch. When I was at my friend's house in Vancouver as well, like, I also enjoyed my friend's couch more than I enjoyed, like, the mattress. I like the couch. So but yeah, I just like sleeping, like, I don't mind sleeping in the same room as people, obviously, but, like, sleeping in the same bed, I'd rather, like, not. I mean, I will if I need to, but I like, if there is a couch, then I'll sleep there, you know. Yeah, I like the couch. It was comfortable. It was very comfortable, and it's, like, thin. I do like smaller, like, spaces, so I can just, like, I sleep in, like, fetal position too, not always, but sometimes. So it's, like, it's just nice to, like, roll up. Yeah, it was comfy. It was comfy. I sleep like Moomin. Yeah, Iku usually just takes her own, like, her own space as well. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded sleeping in the same bed. She was like, oh my god. It was like, oh my god, you're something about, I don't know, she was like, you don't want to sleep in the same bed as me? Or whatever. I think it was, like, a half joke. But I was like, like, no, it's okay. I mean, it's okay, like, please, like, take your bed. I just like the couch, you know? My superpower of sleeping easily means I get paired with a violent sleeper on trips. That's scary. Oh my god. Yeah, I should, yeah, put some pillows in the middle. But let's see. I guess Iku is, I mean, I don't know about violent though. Like I assume she tosses in turns because sometimes sometimes I'll go into her room when she's sleeping and like she'll be on her stomach, but she doesn't fall asleep on her stomach. She just like turns over on her stomach. So I mean she tosses in turns, but I'm not sure if she's like a kicker, you know. I mean, I don't know though because I've never been kicked, and even if I was kicked, I don't think I'd notice because I'm a pretty deep sleeper. Anyway, so Iku slept for our first night, she slept in the bed in the guest room, and then the next day because we stayed up so late, it was already like 4, and Naki was like, you guys, it's 4, and so she was like, I'm going to bed pretty much. She was like, it's so late, and so Naki went to bed before the rest of us, and so she took the guest room that night. And then after that night, we were like, Naki, you have trouble sleeping, right? Like, she has trouble sleeping. She said she has trouble sleeping, like, even in her own house. And I'm sure, like, sleeping in the same room as other people, like, doesn't make that any better. So we were like, Naki, you should just take the guest room. So Naki took the guest room, pretty much, for the rest of the trip. I don't know if I would call that taking turns. We took turns. I never slept in the guest room, but we took turns for the first, like, 2 days. But yeah, after that, Naki got the guest room, which I think was good because, like, I don't know, we tended to stay up late and like be a little bit rowdy at night. So, but yeah, so me and Iku got in pretty early. We got to Yura's and we were like, hello, is anyone awake? And no one was awake. So we just kind of like sat outside for like 20 minutes. And then Luto woke up and like saw our text, and so Luto was like, I'm coming, and so Luto came and got us. And that was my first time seeing Luto. I was like, wow. Yeah, Luto was the only one who I've never met on this trip, so I was like, wow, Luto, so pretty. Yeah, 20 minutes is not bad. It's especially in the early morning. I was fully expecting people to like, I was fully expecting them to not wake up for like an hour or something or more. But yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun to like finally meet Luto. I missed her. I barely missed her last time she was in Japan, which was like just a few months after I had left for Europe. So yeah, so we barely missed each other last time. And then yeah, we'll go last on a trip most of the time. Oh, I guess I can't be sure. I guess I can't be sure because, let's see. I can't be sure because Naki and Yura were in their respective rooms, so I'm not sure when they woke up. But out of the 3 of us in the living room, Iku, me, and Luto, it was usually me and Luto. I'm actually not sure when Luto woke up either, because like she would wake up and just like sit there on her phone for a while, and she'd be so like still on her phone that I wouldn't be able to tell that she was even awake. So I'm not actually sure. I think on the last day of the trip, it was either Naki or Yura who woke up last. Iku was on the definitely out of the 3 of us. Iku was she woke up the earliest. She also fell asleep earlier, I think, than me, at least, because I was up watching Harry Potter for like a few of the days. Yeah. Luzo said you were beautiful. I think that she is. I think that she. I mean, I don't know. I appreciate it, but I don't think. Okay. I mean, like, I don't know. As the least capital G girl on the trip, like I appreciate it, but I'm not sure how to feel about that. Yeah, Luto. was like, yeah, Luto was very much like Luto is on stream. I guess in that respect, maybe Iku and well, no, I mean, this late in the game, maybe we're all pretty similar, but, I don't know. Trying to think, like, who has the biggest, like, gap on and offline. I don't know. Might be me. But that doesn't, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but that also doesn't really, like, that doesn't really feel right either. I'm not sure. But yeah, waking up, it is hard to tell, especially because, like, when you're sleeping in completely different rooms. Like, sometimes you can tell by, like, people's, like, movements. Or if, you know, they take their phone off the charger, like I do. Or, like, you know, like, they open their phone or something, but... Ollie being the least girl is funny since Ollie isn't exactly one of the boys, but definitely isn't that girly. Yeah, I'm definitely, like, in the middle. I was talking on my Discord stage, yesterday, or the day before. I was talking to a few, timekeepers, like, maybe, like, 5 or 6. We were talking about, like, how I get along best with, like, gay men. Because I'm also, like, not, like, a girl, but, like, I don't know. Luto was 6'4" tall, right? She might as well have been. She was taller than me. But everyone was taller than me. I was the shortest one, so I guess I shouldn't, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I'm never surprised. I'm never surprised at being the shortest. Hips. The hell? Talking about, okay. The thing I love most about hearing about all your stories is that all you seem to act more or less exactly how I expected. Yeah, I think that... I don't think any of us have, like, a giant gap in the way that we act on and off stream. So... Iko said Rita gap is big. Ah, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that we're all pretty, like, true to our, streamer personas. Luto, I remember I was tired because I had just gotten off the plane. But Luto's always very much, like, on. Like, she is, like, on all the time. Except when she first wakes up and is, like, completely, like, still in her bed, I guess. But when she starts going, like, she goes. Luto definitely had the most energy out of anyone on the trip. And she's, like, yeah, she's pretty much, like, exactly how, like, you would imagine her. Like, she says shit. She just says a lot of, like, she's just constantly going. The ADHD brain is it's so funny because, like, we have a little bit of the same tendencies because we both have, like, ADHD brain. We have a little bit, we have, like, some of the same tendencies, but Luto's, like, times 5. Like, but it's so funny when both our brains will do the same thing. Because, like, we'll just be, like, talking about something, we'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Because, like, I think we were probably, like, I'm not a yapper, like, I mean, I am a yapper by nature, but, like, I don't take the reins of, like, yapping in a group unless no one else is talking. So let's see. So, like, when Luto, but I do match people's energy. So when Luto was, like, talking, like, blah, 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 I would also go, blah, blah, blah. So, like, there would be times when it was, like, the two of us, like, yapping in the car, and then all of a sudden we'll be like, oh, wait, look at that. Oh, look at that. And then we're like, what were we talking about? Like, it was really funny. Like, our brains are pretty, like, I think our brains are, like, somewhat similar. I'm not as high energy as Luto is, but, I think the way that we think might be a little bit similar. I like to imagine Rita swears like a sailor IRL. I don't think she does. I've only met her in person for, like, a night. or a night, a day. I remember when she was staying with Iku, I met up with, I guess like a day or two. I've hung out with Rita. My image, or like my image of Rita now that I look back on it, was not that she's that different. She does have a different type of energy, but it is slightly, it is similar, but it is like a very different energy. But I don't have any image of her swearing. I mean, I'm sure she does. She does, I'm sure, but like I don't recall. So I think she swears less than I do. She swears less than I do, and I think she probably swears less than Iku as well, but that doesn't mean she like doesn't swear, I guess. She said you two click pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I thought so too. I thought that we had like I thought that we like vibed. I told her that like she should come to Japan before I have to go. We can like, I don't know, hang out together. We can like be extroverts together. Let's see. I'm trying to think. A lot of the highlights. Luto spent 5 hours talking about this trip, so I think that Luto has a lot of like the highlights. So I'm just going to like, I'm kind of like, breezing over a lot of things. But let's see. We had a lot of. Ooh, I will say the mechas on Fox Island was kind of banging. I'm not gonna say like yeah, I mean like all the other food was also very good, but for some reason the mechas was pretty banging. The mechas like, yeah, I don't know. They had like tendies. That's why a lot of us ordered. I think most of us ordered tendies, and like they were just like good. The kind of quote her, Luto's on her way to your dad kind of vibe. Is that what she said? Because that's what Iku said. I remember we were walking, the three of us, or no, me and Iku were walking behind Luto, Naki, and Yura, and it was like, like Yura has a hot girl walk, and Yura has a hot girl walk, and Luto has a like, I'm gonna go like fuck your mom kind of walk. Is what she said. Is what Iku said, and it was pretty true. Yeah, the swagger, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. Luto was out on her. Luto spent a day. Luto spent an afternoon out on her own. The rest of the time we were all together. You have the spicy Macca's chicken. It wasn't spicy. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But no. I just had like the regular tendies. I'm weak to spice, so yeah, that is what'd you call your walk? I think I walk like a person. I have no idea. I mean, I feel like we're not very like, I don't know. Is everyone that like conscious of their own walks? Could you guys give me a definition of how you all walk? Cause like I've never thought about the way I walk before. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. You'd have to ask. You'd have to ask someone else. You'd have to ask Iku what she thinks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just walk like a person, I guess. Just a girl. I'm just a girl. Foxy walk? That's definitely Yuta. Trailer park walk. I walk like a nerd. Me too. Maybe that's me. She also went to meet others after the rest of you left, so spent time on her own. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Me and Iku also, yeah, we met another friend. We met another friend on the end of our trip as well, but that was literally like, they were very kind and came to like eat breakfast with us in the airport pretty much. Because we didn't really have that much time. Yeah, I walk like a human. Last offline someone said I walk like Jojo Char. What is that? I don't know who that is. But that's very specific. Like an NPC? Me too. Yeah, I walk like a human too. I don't know. Oh, JoJo character? I guess I should have assumed. Walk like I'm really going somewhere near. Oh, so you have like a fast walk. I've been told I have a recognizable walk. Someone saw me a mile away and mistook me for my brother because we have similar walks. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if Ailey wants to confirm. Please confirm whether or not there's like Duber has a a recognizable walk. I guess I have had friends. I do have friends that have very recognizable walks. I don't think I do, but maybe I do, and I just haven't noticed. Yeah, but it was really nice of them. It was really nice of them to make a trip to the airport. We do eat burgers most days. Really? Did I? I don't think so. Luto was like, oh, you've had a burger every single day, but like that's not true. Wait, let me think about this. Hold on, let me think about it. I'll think about it. Here we go. So the first day, let's see. The first day, I really need to think about this. Actually, no, I can look through my let's see. So the first day, that was not a burger. It was a quesadilla. Okay, I had a quesadilla the first afternoon, and I had a quesadilla the first afternoon. That night we had local food, so there was no burger eating the first night. The second afternoon we had chicken rice, so no burgers there. The nighttime, I believe, yeah, the nighttime I did have a burger. I had a chicken burger. That was my burger day. The next day we had afternoon tea, so there were no burgers there either. That night I had chicken. I had like chicken and mushroom, like cream something. So no burgers there either. The next day we had McDonald's and I had tendies, so no burgers there technically either. Went to like a night market and I had like French fries. I've had French fries, I guess. No, it wasn't even French fries. They were like a specific type of potato. I had like a corn dog because Yuta was like, these are good, and I was like, okay. And then the next day we had A&W for lunch at the amusement park, but I had nuggets and a hot dog. So no burgers, technically no burgers there unless you consider a hot dog a burger. And then we had, what was it? And then, what was this? Oh, I had pasta. I had pasta that night. And the next day we had chicken rice for lunch again, and then we had Indian for dinner. I had a burger one day! I had a burger one day! Okay. Anyway. Was it cheddar cheese and ground beef quesadilla? No, it was a chicken. It was a chicken quesadilla. Then a quesadilla, just a flatter burger, I guess. If we really want to go into like the specifics of what a burger is, maybe I had a burger like 3 or 4 times. Like, I don't know, but like, if we're talking about actual burgers, I only had one. Just autocorrect, yeah, to American food. Dim sum afternoon tea or cute cakes? Yeah, cute cakes and sandwiches. Must have been impressed. The one day I had a burger, like, yeah, she must have been like, wow. It was a chicken burger, too. It wasn't even a beef burger. Anyway. I guess, yeah, she must just associate with fast food. I had chicken nuggets more, I think. I had more, like, chicken nugget type things on this trip than I had burgers, but okay, that's fine. I guess it's like the aura. That's fine. I don't mind giving burger aura, I guess. I am American. Yeah, anyway. I had one burger the whole trip. But I did have lots of, like, chicken. I think, so I had chicken nuggies. Well, I only had chicken nuggies. If you include the tendies, it was twice. But other than that, I did not have chicken nugget. I had like a Family Chiki, like, once. And I had, like, a corn dog. I had, like, one of those, like, Korean corn dogs once from Family Mart and, like, a street corn dog at the night market. So I had more corn dogs and chicken nugget type things, than I did burgers. And I only ate half the burger. I only ate half the burger. Let me... It was so funny, because I brought the rest of the burger home, because I was like, maybe I'll eat it. And so I went to put it in the microwave, and Yuta was like, I want to make sure it, like, it warms up to, like, the middle. So she put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. And then we took it out, it was hard. And I was like, okay, it's fine. It wasn't that good anyway. I just didn't want to waste. I was like, when she put it in for 5 minutes, I was like, oh, well, maybe, like, I was like, maybe she just, like, maybe like the wattage or like the voltage or whatever is different here. Maybe you have to put it in for like a long time. And then I took it out, it was hard. Anyway, it was funny. 5 minutes. Everyone's like 5 minutes. That's so funny. Okay, it wasn't a very good burger anyway. What else? But yeah, there was a lot of food. Chicken and rice was very good. I think it was my first time eating like that style of chicken rice. I liked it. I mean, you can't go wrong with chicken and rice, you know what I mean? Dehydrated. They said it after. Frozen dinner, yeah. Yeah. See. What else? What other? Oh, I had these like, and then for breakfast, quote unquote, like lunch, I guess, for the next day at the airport, I had these like barbecue like noodles with like dry noodles with like fried wontons and like chicken. That was pretty good too. I guess we've all heard about like the club as well by this point. But wait, hold on. I'm gonna BRB real quick to use the bathroom, and then I will tell the club story. I'm sure Luta already told it, but I'll tell it again. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Okay, I want to end my stream around 1 so I can do some chores, and I have a lot of work that I need to do, which is raw. So I'm gonna be locking in today. I gotta do that. So I wanted to like make sure that my laundry is done so that I can just hurry up and hang it, grab a quick lunch, and then start locking in right after. I like I have so much to do. Okay. If I no, let me check real quick. Ding. Okay. All good. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. So let's see. Where was I? Yeah. Like so much to do. Okay. Welcome back. Thank you. Let's see. What else? What else do I have to talk about the week that I was gone? Is all assignment work? No. Yeah, no. Yes and no. I really need to start like prioritizing applying for internships, because I keep failing. Not failing, but I keep like getting rejected. So I gotta lock in and apply to a few more. Do my best. Honestly, I think that should probably I should probably be focusing on that more than my actual assignments, honestly, because like it doesn't really matter if I don't get, it doesn't matter if I get good grades. It doesn't matter if I get good grades if I don't get like if I can't graduate, you know what I mean? You want to talk about clubs? I did want to talk about clubs. How to go to sleep. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. I got the Cosmia letter. Oh, nice! Yay! I love your recommendations. I'm glad. They're purely my own my own taste in music, but I'm glad that you like them. You got this, Holly. Thank you. Is it because you're in Japan? No. No, I literally just can't get past the looking at my thing. Actually, well, I've been told by a few places that like we don't have spots open right now, pretty much. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Somehow. Sumitaro, thank you very much for the super chat. ありがとう。毎度おなじみ職場からミュートでコンコン盛りだよ。いろいろ楽しめたかな。アーカイブで見るねおつもり。ありがとう。お仕事頑張って。楽しめた。女子旅はね、こんな大人数の女子旅はあんまり、初めてだったからね。楽しかった。すごいわちゃわちゃ、ワイワイ、キャピキャピしてたかも。Welcome applications. Thank you. Yeah, it is difficult. Trying to start a counseling place that accepts one internship. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just need like one place to be like, yeah, come on in or whatever. But we'll see. Hopefully it works out. Oh, this air that I just like out. Not the easiest job market these days. Yeah, definitely. It's rough. I've never I mean, I don't think it's because of Prism, but I like started failing all of my job applications after I got into Prism. And it's not because of Prism. It's just because like the rank of the jobs that I was trying to apply to like suddenly went up. Like I had never failed like an internship or a baito, like a part-time or an internship job application, but all of a sudden I was trying to apply to things that were a little bit more like full-time positions or like that sort of stuff. And obviously the hurdle is a lot like higher. The bar is a lot higher. Hurdle. Saying hurdle is it's Japanese. Okay, the bar is a lot higher when it's like full-time, obviously. So it's just yeah. I just like haven't
I just like haven't gotten accepted to like anything since then. I guess my bartending job, that was the only one. Junior position, need 10 years of experience with tech that came out 2 years ago. Yeah, that was always like very much like question mark for me whenever I look at like job positions in like the West. Like they're like, you need this, and that, and this. I'm like, I just got out of school. Like, yeah. Imagine it was Cap. Yeah. Yeah. Full time. Oh well, it's okay. We'll figure it out. Anyway, even if I don't get it this term, it's fine. I'll just like take a term off to like focus on applications, and I'll start like a different I'll start a different like job or something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get there. It's fine. I have faith that I will eventually graduate. That'd be cool. Anyway, I would hire. Oh, no questions asked. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wish I could put you in touch with my therapist for an internship. I mean, technically, if they do remote stuff, if they do telehealth, I could actually do that. There's actually no rule against doing telehealth, but I think a lot of times you have to be in the same state. But yeah, we'll figure it out. V2A full time. Haha. I've learned that like, yeah, I'm just like not a content creator. There's no way I could do like what like Iku does. Like she's so like self-disciplined. And yeah, there's no way I could do that because like I don't actually enjoy creating like content. Not like I don't enjoy streaming. That's a different like thing. But to grow as a VTuber, you have to like make content, and I just am not. I don't enjoy making content. So, she really does a lot. It's very impressive. So, I'm not fit for that lifestyle, especially because it requires her to like, you know, like lock herself up in her room and like do a lot of work on her own, and like that's just like not my style. Like I like to be in an environment where I can like interact with other people, and working and being a full-time VTuber is not it. So, yeah, the grind is real. You really gotta be passionate about it. And of course, even the thing about it as well, content creation is like, you could be really passionate and you could put a lot of work into it, and like nothing could come out of it. So I'm like, damn. But yeah. You used to make AM. I wouldn't call them AMVs. It was just like utatemita stuff. But now it's just a little bit unfortunate because the bar for covers is like high. Because before like everyone used to use the original MVs. But now no one uses original MVs anymore. Like you have to pay a lot of money and like make it look nice and shiny, because like that's what the industry, quote unquote, the industry has turned into, which is like a little bit sad, but oh well. Because technically I still am doing what I used to do. It's just that it requires a lot more money and time now. Not even time, it just requires a lot more money. No, it does require time, because you can't just like you have to wait for other people now. It's like this whole thing, and I don't know. Yeah, the making covers is not what it used to be. IRL as a VTuber. Streaming, yeah, I mean, I enjoy streaming as a pastime, but yeah, I just don't want it to be like I don't want it to be my sole source of income. I think that's the thing. I think when it becomes less of like a oh, I need to make money through this, like I think I can enjoy it and do it in my free time a little bit more. But like right now it's like, I don't know. It feels like it's become less of a hobby, which is like a little bit like sad, you know. Travel person. As someone who takes no videos or movies, as someone who takes 0 videos or pictures while they travel, like I feel like I'm just not made for content creation. I do like to consume content though. Yeah, bring it back to the roots. Bring it back to my stick microphone from 2012, you know?
Back in my day, yeah. Playing with pro mixing, yeah. It's like a lot. I don't know. People don't use original MVs anymore. Actually, some people on the JP side still use the original video, but I don't know. I don't know. In the business, become like such like a business, so really gotta make things look nice. Anyway, I was gonna talk about the club. So me and Pluto went to the club, because like, I don't know, that was something we wanted to do. So we went to the club, and I have to say that like, I don't know what Luto said about the club, but like, I will say it was probably the worst club that I have ever been to. I mean, like, it was like fine. It was fine, I guess. It was an experience. It was like, they played like meme music. You guys, they played the ah ooh ah cat. Like they played like really like weird music. I guess they played like the Digimon opening. That was pretty cool. But like they played like, I don't know. I think no, it wasn't the worst club I've been to. It was just like it was strange. It was like a strange experience. But what is the rubric for clubbing? I didn't know there was a rubric. But I found that like, so the music was way too loud. The English opening, Japanese opening. It was not a nerd club either. They were playing like a lot of random. Oh, they played Aput by Bruno Mars and Rose for one of the songs as well. But like, they only played like half of the song. They only played like half the song, and then they would like switch it up. Like the what do you call? It was just like way too fast, you know. Yeah, Butterfly. We heard about the solo girl. Oh, okay. Yeah, TV size. Ah ooh ee ah. Yeah, they knew Luto. They played like really like weird like meme songs, but I mean like it was fine. The music itself, I mean, it was, all the songs were a little bit too short for like my taste. Like I wish they had drawn them out a little bit more. There was more time for like singing and dancing, but like it was loud. It was really loud. It was the loudest it was the loudest club I've ever been in. And like I remember before I went to Otto's concert, like I was a little bit concerned that like I would need earplugs or something, because like people say that people who have been to really loud concerts, people who go to very loud concerts like very often, like they ruin their ears pretty much. But like I was fine at Otto. Like it didn't really bother me at Otto's concert at all, but like this club was so loud. Like so loud. To the point where when I was like talking to people, we had to yell into each other's ears, and it hurt. It hurt to yell. It hurt to have people yell into my ears because it was so loud. I think I might have like damaged something that day, honestly. Like it was so loud. And the lights were crazy. So yeah, it's just, whoa. Like maybe it was like one of those like more hardcore clubs, and I just never been to those. But it was like, wow, it was like painfully loud, and the lights were painfully like bright. Yeah, if we're going to be, yeah, exactly. Like people, yeah, you hear stories about that, so I was like, and were people dancing? Like no one was dancing. Like Luto was like dancing, and so like there were some people that were dancing. There were some people dancing a little bit, but it was pretty late in the night. Like an hour or two had to like pass before people actually started dancing, and there weren't a lot of people. So yeah, it was like ooh, I don't know. We're just old now. Maybe. Who knows? But I went to a club 2 weeks ago. I went to the club 2 weeks ago. And I went to the club like last week. Like, you know what I mean? Like I went to the club 2 weeks ago, and I went last week again, and the one I went to 2 weeks ago was completely fine. It was just they played a lot of like music. They played a lot of good, well, I don't know about good music, but they played, you know, like they played songs that like everyone knows, so it was really fun to jump around and like sing to the songs. But it was just like like, you know what I mean?
Like there was no like actual like music. It was like the whole time. Like like oh my god. I think it was too loud. Cause it was the loudest club that I've been into, and I've been into like I wouldn't say like I'm an avid club goer or anything, but I've been to 2 clubs in Japan. I've been to so every time we go to like a pub crawl, I go to the club, right? So I've been to a club in Denmark. I've been to like probably two clubs in France. Two, and then one in Croatia. One in. Did I go to the one in Athens? I think so. One in like Greece. You know, like I've been like I've been to a good amount of like clubs, but that was the loudest one that I've ever been to. You haven't heard loud till you go to a basement show with power. Yeah, I mean, like that's something that I just like wouldn't do. You know, like I'm going to the club to like have a good time, not to get my ears blasted. You know, I think that like in a lot of bands where the sound is very loud, like I think that yeah, like everyone wear your earplugs and like enjoy the music. But like when you're going to clubs, like I don't think I'm there to like. I think I'm more there to like interact with people or like I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm there to like dance with my friends and like I don't know, meet like new people, I don't know, or like enjoy the music with like new people, or like not even new people, like just enjoy the music with my friends, but like and like talk. Like I feel like we have a fair amount of conversations at the club, so I don't know. One thing to go, but it's another thing to do things at a club. Did you do anything? What I mean, what is there to do at the club besides like jump around? Honestly, like I've not done anything. I've not done anything at the club besides like drink a lot and jump around. Like, do you dance a lot in clubs? I dance if other people are dancing or if people are not forcing me to dance, but if all of my friends are dancing, then I will dance. If none of my friends are dancing, I will not dance. I will not be the one to dance, but if people are dancing, then I will dance with them, you know? Yeah. Any US clubs? No, I've never. I've never been to a club in the US. Because I don't have any clubbing friends. I don't have any friends. Well, I do have a few friends that would go to the club with me, but I've just never gone with them because, like, we're not, like, I don't see them that often. You've been to enough to have an opinion. Okay, then my opinion was that club was too loud. Way too loud. Acceptable to bring earplugs to reduce the volume? Probably. I'm sure that would have been, like, fine as well. But I did not have the foresight. I mean, I didn't think I need earplugs. I've never needed earplugs at the club, so I was like, huh? Clubbing is about having fun with friends and other people through music. That's what I think. And I think that was the vibe I got in Europe. Like, sometimes, like, I'd go to, like, the club or, like, events, like, very, like, music events with, like, a DJ with my friends. And, like, some people wouldn't even drink. Like, some people wouldn't even drink alcohol. Like, we'd just, like, go, they'd get, like, a soda. Not a soda, but, you know, like, they'd get, like, a soft drink. And then, like, we just, like, dance. Like, they don't have to be... Like, I really got the vibe from my European friends that they were really there to enjoy the music and be with their friends. So, it wasn't like... Yeah. Oh, it doesn't like techno. Maybe, I don't know. But I've heard the German techno clubs are really good. What that means, I don't know. But, I would be curious. I'm definitely curious to go to, like, a very, like, to one of, like, the good German techno clubs. Because I've heard from a lot of people that they're, like, really fun. Yeah, they're famous, right? Drink and jump? Yeah, I that's what I think, but... Luto says talk to club girls and get their Instagram. Luto was definitely... Luto was definitely something. Luto, like... Yeah, Luto was, like, trying to, like, get all the girls, like... She was going over to, like, talk to all the girls, pretty much. And I think, yeah, she got some Instagrams. But, like, a lot of the people at the club felt like plants, too. Like, they felt like... As in, like, they felt like they were there... They were put there to, like, increase the vibe by the organizers. Like, there were, like, people, like, walking around. They're like, oh, I'm a DJ. Or, like, you know, there was someone walking around in, like, a Spider-Man outfit. Like, and they were trying to, like, they were walking around trying to, like, hype people up. But, like, it kind of wasn't working. It was really awkward. Yeah, they were like paid to hype people up, but like no one, like we literally stood there, we just like stared back at them. It was really awkward. I mean, I don't know. It was a little, yeah, a little Truman Show, just a little bit. The thing about famous ones, they have DJs who know how to read a crowd and put on the right tracks. Yeah, I think that's definitely important. Yeah. Because I thought for visual, yeah, no, like they're like actual plants. No, I think they were like, yeah. What would you call those? In Japanese, you call them sakura. I'm not sure why they are called sakura actually, but you call them like when there are some people, there are like profiles on dating apps that are like they're paid to put their profile on there like by the company to make it look like they have more people in their dating app. Yeah, you call them sakura in Japanese. Plants, okay. Yeah, it always seems weird. It always seems weird for me too, like to say like they felt like plants because like plants in my mind is very much like a plant, like a flower. They look good, they don't do anything. Maybe. Pretty but not last long. Maybe, yeah. Filler people. I've seen club hype people before, but they usually want to look as natural as possible. It was so awkward. The Spider-Man guy, he came to our table like multiple times and like was just like blowing he had like a whistle. It was so freaking loud already, and then he had to like blow the whistle. I was like, oh, stop. Yeah. They did the same thing in award shows to get a crowd. Ah. Planted in. Yes, there we go. They were planted in there. Yeah, industry. Yeah, exactly. This club's so there was not a lot of people. I mean, it was like a Wednesday too. Like, so it wasn't really poppin', I have to say. There was like there wasn't that many people. But at the end of the night, there was like it was very dead. And like so I told Luto, I was like, you need to come to Japan. Like, this is like if this is what a fun club looks like to you, you need to come to Japan, you know what I mean? Like jeez. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Koali, ohayo. Ohayo ではないか。こんにちは、コンコンモリ。いらっしゃい。The Spider-Man. Is the first club better than the second? Oh, did Luto talk about the second one? Yeah, so we followed this girl to like a club that she knew, but it like we didn't stay for very long. A, because we were both I think we were like both pretty drunk, so like it was like we should have just gone home after the first one. And like second, yeah, the club like wasn't very good either. They said something about like you have to order like a bottle or something, and I was like, and we were like, no way are we ordering a bottle. And then like I don't know, I think we're just like, I was tired, and like Iku was messaging me like, come home. So I just like for me, like it was time to like go home, like, and so I told the dog, I was like, do you just want to go? He was like, okay. But like I wouldn't know if the second one was better because we didn't spend that much time in it. But the girl who brought us to the club, like, she was crazy, you guys, like actually crazy, like mentally ill crazy. Cause like I like exchanged contact information with her, and then she blew up my phone for the next like 24 hours. Not 24 hours, but she blew up my phone for the next like 12 hours ish. Like, it was really like, it was insane. Like, she was actually insane. What country? We were on Fox Island, and that is all I will say, because we don't Yuta doesn't explicitly say where she lives. You have to ask girls in a club. I know, yeah, it was weird, and the girl kept being like, oh, you don't it's okay, like, my friend, like, someone who I know will come soon, and then we won't have to like pay for drinks or whatever. And I was like, okay. Or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure what it was, but can I get her number? You guys, you don't want her. You guys, you really do not want her. I'm not even like it was so crazy. Unless we got to a club like that in Berlin, buy 3 bottles to get entry. That's insane. No. No way. How'd you even meet the girl? She was just there. Like, Luto, like, hit on her, pretty much. Because Luto hit on all the girls at the club. And so, like, and so she was just, like, one of the girls who, like, yeah, the phone spam was actually crazy. No, you guys, you don't understand. I'll read it. I'll read it to you. Sounds like a scam. No, I mean, like, I don't think she was, like, the scam. I don't know about the club, because we just, like, weren't there, but she, like, she was just, like, weird, you guys. She was just, like, lonely. She was just really lonely, needed friends, and she was, like, very mentally, like, ill. As in, like, mentally ill, as in, like, I think she probably has, like, it's not like, oh, I'm depressed, Menhera, ooh, no. Like, I think there's, like, actually, like, a problem. But, anyway, like, yeah, she kept, like, calling me. And then, like, like, okay, so her messages were, like, oh, because we left at around, like, 4-ish? And, like, she, like, texted being, like, sorry if you don't like. I go so many country, have so many different people, so I can go any club, but I think you don't like. And I was like, no, it's okay. I literally responded, no, it's okay. Our friends just told us to come home, so we had to go home. And I literally sent a screenshot. I sent a screenshot of, like, oh, like, Iku being like, oh, we come home. And I was like, okay. And then, like, she goes on. She goes, the waiters say if 3-person need order 2 bucket or 1 tower, so I think we cannot finish. So I know a guy always comes, so I tell him to take us so can get free and no need to pay. I was like, it's okay. Like, I would have loved to stay, but we have to stay with our friends, is what I sent. And they were like, oh, she was like, okay. She was like, I see. Tomorrow have another club. And then she called me like 3 times. Like, she's like, I come house now, but I come club alone, all the club, and before the club 100 time, no one disturb me, just people say hi only. Why no answer me? You really don't like me anymore. So many Europe girl go, say no, say anything. First of all, I'm not from Europe, okay. You tell me your friend want go club, all club is close, only this club is open, why no talk to me anymore, I am sad. And I was like, like, yo, I was sleeping. I was sleeping. And so, like, I woke up and I was like, sorry, like, we woke up late, like, we won't be going out today, I leave for the airport tonight, but it was really nice meeting you. I, like, sent, and then she was like, why? I remember you say so many days later, just go back. Please, friend with me, I am sad because you no reply. And I was like, I've been here for a week, like, I leave tonight, like, and we were sleeping all day, so, like, sorry, or whatever. Yesterday, you say you have 2-day or free day, yo, go. This is literally what it says, and I was like, I can send you my itinerary, like, I leave, like, tonight. And she's like, please don't be angry with me. I'm like, oh my god, girly, like, it's okay. I literally sent, I was like, it's fine, no one is angry, like, exclamation point. But I'm leaving tonight, like, it was nice meeting you, like, let me know if you're ever in Japan or whatever. Please don't talk to me. Like, it was insane. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I was like, I literally had to send her so many texts. I was like, it's okay, like, literally no one's mad, like, like, and she was like, can I see you? And I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I have like plans. And she's like, I know you're avoiding me. I'm like, no, I'm here to see my friends, so I'm gonna like prioritize them or whatever. And she's like, I know you and your friend can see together. I'm like, we're in a group of 5, like, you know, like, there's a lot of people here, like, I'm here to see my friends, so I'm gonna prioritize them or whatever. You're way too nice, sir. Thank you. And then like I literally would get like a passage, you guys. But you just don't want see me together, please. I so sad because you and your friend don't want see me anymore, even don't want see me, please. I don't want lost to best friend. The fact that she said best friend, I'm like, girly, we met in the club last night. Like, whoa. I was like, oh, it's not about the club. There's no problem with whatever happened yesterday. Like, our friends told us to come home. We went home. And I said, no one's mad. Yeah, I was like, no one's mad. It's okay. Your club was fine. And finally, I had to be like, sorry, but like, if you keep bringing it up, like, I'm gonna stop responding to you. And then she sent another like 5 messages and then didn't send any more messages. I I didn't end up blocking her. I think like we were kind of like, because I was showing all these messages to like to the rest of the girlies, and they were like, oh my, you know. But I didn't end up blocking her, but you know who I did block? I blocked her boyfriend, because she sent her like boyfriend after me. Like, isn't that insane? Like, she gave like her boyfriend like my contact information, and then I got like a whole ass message from like her boyfriend. Isn't that insane? You guys, you cannot fix her. You cannot fix her. This is not the crazy that you were thinking, was it? Got a boyfriend? Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty scary. Ika was very scared for me. She was so concerned. She was like, I'm so scared for you. And I'm like, it's okay. But yeah, no, it's like crazy, right? But no, I do think that she is like very, I do think that she's just very lonely. She came to the club alone, you guys. I think she's just very lonely, and I do think that she has, I do think that she might like have like obviously she has problems that go beyond like mental illness. Like I think that she might have like a mental like disability. Like, so I do feel for her. But you know, there's only so much I can do, right? So I was like, okay. The last evening, exactly, right? Right. Yeah. But yeah, I also hope that she gets help, but I don't know if I don't know if Fox Island is a place that's like super whatever for like, you know, for mental health or like mental illness or whatever. So like getting a prepaid number for holidays, except that like I definitely exchange, well, but the thing is like when I go, any like person who I've exchanged contact information with at the club so far has been like very pleasant, which is, so it's really fun. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, obviously that can't, you run the risk of like meeting weird people wherever you go, but like I've never met anyone who was like weird from pub crawls or like the club, so this was my first experience. But I do think that but I mean, if I'm going to clubs to meet people specifically, I don't think like I would I think having like a fake number would defeat the purpose. But yeah, it was my first crazy girl at a club, you guys. Wow. But yeah, it is an experience. I do think that is an experience that that we all need to, maybe we don't all need to have in our lives, but the fact that I hadn't run into one from up until now was also very impressive. So yeah, I guess I did have pretty good luck. But everyone who I've met has been very pleasant. Yeah, I have exchanged Instagrams. Like I can like look at conversations that I've had with other people who I met through the club. I met someone, this was someone who I met in Athens. I said, we're back, thanks again, like, insert name here. Like, good luck with your parents. This is the one who's, like, his parents, like, came to the hotel. He was like, oh, it was chaos. I'm sorry I couldn't host you guys longer. Hopefully if we meet anytime again, we can party the entire night or whatever. And he's like, how's your friend? Because one of my friends got, like, piss drunk. I was like, oh, no, don't worry. Like, thanks for letting us stay even for a bit. Let's definitely hang out somewhere else in the world. He's good. We woke up at 8 euros. Today, Lamau, he apologizes for his drunken state. This guy's like, no, don't need to apologize. He had a great time. He just had a great time. And then, like, a few months later when I was in New York, I saw someone that looked so similar to him. I was like, dude, you're not in New York right now, right? Just kidding. Like, I saw someone, they look so much like you. It was uncanny. And this guy was like, no, I'm not in New York. Still in, like, this other places. I'm going here next week. Like, you should have clicked a picture. Like, I don't know. It's really, like, nice. Let's see, who else? This girl I also met in Athens. She was like, hey, did you get home alright? And I said, hey, yes, all good. Were you okay too? She said, yes, I went home, left the boys. Laughing emoji. I said, lol, nice. Like, you know, like, just, like, very, very nice. Very nice people. This one too. I said, did you go home? I left, sorry, he was so straight. This was another really good club interaction I had. Or like someone I met on the pub crawl who was so fun. He was like another like gay boy. I was like, did you go home? I must have been really drunk when I sent this. I was like, did you go home? And he's like, I left, sorry. He was so straight. He was like, he wanted to get with this guy that like he met through traveling, but apparently he was straight. I was like, I sent a bunch of crying emojis. I was like, damn, I saw you guys hugging? Question mark, question mark, question mark. All good though, get some rest. He said the problem was he was so nice. I wish he would either be mean to me or kiss me. This conversation, I said, oof. I'm at the metro now, he said. I was like, are you okay? The guy was like, you were so cool tonight. I was like, get home safe. Thank you. No, oh my god, you. Thanks for talking to me. You are so slay. Let me know how the rest of the night is. Made it home safely. Oh my god, good. Like, rest well. I also just got home. Slay. It was great meeting you. Same here. Have a safe trip back. Like, yeah. I don't know. Like, I've met really nice people. I've met really nice people going out to the clubs. But yeah, we got an interesting egg this time. But it was really fun. I'm like, despite like setting aside the quality of like the club or the quality of the people, I had a really fun time with Luto. Like Luto was super fun to hang out with. Like, yeah. Did say I've got contact with them. Yeah, I don't have any contact with the people who I met through the club either. But if I was in like their area, I might shoot them a text. Yeah, they have been really, really, really fun nights out. You're basically gonna give your number out. It's like my Instagram mostly. Yeah, my Instagram that I like barely use. But also like I'm there to make friends. Not solely there to make friends. I'm there to hang out with like, well, but pub crawls specifically, it's like you're there to meet people specifically, so it kind of defeats the purpose if I wasn't going to give like my contact information. But yeah, I mean like regular days at the club where I'm just like hanging out with my friends, like I don't usually trade like Instagrams or trade contact information with anyone, but when I'm out at pub crawls specifically, it's like it's to connect with others. So I am still really curious about the Tokyo pub crawl. I'd love to go once before I go back, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I have the time. Can you give your WeChat? I don't have WeChat, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I think I might have had it at like one point, but like I deleted it and now it's like gone to the world. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. But setting aside like weird people, weird club, like all this stuff, Luto was really fun to hang out with. And I would love to do it again. I'd love to go out to the club with Luto again, because she's really sociable and like she's like not afraid to. She has a bigger like social battery than I do, probably, and like she like, yeah, and she's really good at like just like going in. Like she has no fear. She'll just like go in and talk to everyone. So I really want to go to a club in Japan with her. But I don't know. She probably won't make it. I told her to come to watch the Death Note musical with me, but I don't think she has like. I don't think she has like, cause I think she bought tickets to Fox Island pretty last minute this time, so so it was a little bit expensive. So I'm not sure if she like has the funds to come to Japan. Plus Japan's like, it's, yeah, everyone's trying to travel here right now, so I don't think plane tickets are very cheap, and like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, RIP her. Well, I get it. She did say you two were really the same. Aw, I'm glad that that Luto feels like we connected as well, because like I was also like, oh, like we have like, I don't think we're like the same person, like wow, hashtag same person, like maybe not like that, but like I think we do have a lot of like similar tendencies, like just being like we're both extroverts, and like we're both extroverts, and we're just kind of like whenever things like kind of go south, we're just kind of like, huh. Oh well, you know. Except Luto got like, every time she got wounded, she was just kind of like, oh well. Like at the amusement park, she got like hurt so many times. She was like, that's okay. Maybe I'm not that intense, but a lot of things, like when things don't go like the way that we plan, I'm just kind of like, well, okay, that's fine, I guess. It's all about traveling, I guess. That's what traveling's all about, right? So we're just kind of like whatever, and we both have kind of like crazy like we have a bit of, she has a lot of ADHD brain. I have like some ADHD brain, so like it's our conversations kind of like go in the same directions as well. So I think that like yeah, I think that we like vibed. She's just a pain. Poor Luto. As someone who enjoys company, but I'm not myself the mood maker, it's so much fun having an extrovert. Yeah, I agree. I think that Luto definitely brought like a spice, some sort of spice to this trip. He's like me but more intense. Yeah, I would say that. That makes sense. And like she's a little bit more like, I mean, obviously you can see us on stream and you can see this already, but she's definitely more unhinged than I am, but we do have I think that we do have similar tendencies. And on the other like spectrum, like I think that like Yuta and Naki were like tended to be like more of the calming presence of the group, which is also very much needed too, because I think like me and Iku's also a little bit like more low-key, more chill, but like I think me and Iku also kind of like we try to match vibes a lot. So if it was like just me, Iku, and Luto, like I think me and Iku might have like gone, I don't know about Iku, but I would have gone crazy trying to like match the vibes, and then I probably would have ended up tired. So I think it was good to have that sort of like balance. Yeah, Naki's so cute. It's so funny because like Naki's like more quiet. I think like she's like the most like quiet one out of the group, out of this specific group. She's the most like quiet one, but when she does say stuff, it's so funny. Like I can't think of a good example. I wonder if Iku wrote any down, but like she'll say something that's like, oh yeah, cause like we were at this place and we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do for the rest of the days, because like we were halfway through the trip and we hadn't done like anything that was on the original like itinerary pretty much. Like we didn't know what we didn't do any like, we haven't done any sightseeing, like we went to the mall, like we were like, what are we gonna do? And so we were sitting there and like deciding like how to fit in the things that we wanted to do for the last few days. And like Luto was like, okay, so we do this day, and then we do this, and we do this, and if we have time we do this. Like she was trying to like cram like the plans in, and Naki was silent the whole time, and then she was like, we have to eat. Like she'll just like put in like these really random like really funny comments. That wasn't the best one, but there were a few that were like really funny. Yeah, she says stuff, yeah, kind of like, yeah, like out of the blue, because like she'll spend a lot of time like zoning out or like not talking. She says like she has to disassociate sometimes because like there's a lot of, I think because there's like a lot of energy in the room, and Naki's more of like an introvert, and so like she needs some time just to like disassociate. And then she'll like come back with like a really funny comeback. There was one time like we were in a restaurant, and like we were all talking about something, and Naki had this like zoned out like look on her face, and so we were like, oh, Naki's disassociating, she's zoned out or whatever. And then she comes back and she's like, what? No, I was watching badminton. Because there was like badminton on the TV behind us. Like, no, I was watching badminton. They were like dancing. It's like, yeah, it's just, Naki's funny. Naki had some really funny moments as well. And then yeah, Yuta was funny. Yuta was funny too, because like oh my god, Yura's so good. Yura's very good at talking to people, like people that like aren't like us, you know. I mean, obviously she's good at talking to us too, but like she's very good at like
making other people feel comfortable and like asking like really interesting questions that don't sound like forced, you know what I mean? Like she's a really good conversationalist. Like I think my respect for Yuta like grew a lot like during this trip. And I think that she's also really good. Like she tries hard to make sure that like everyone in the group is there and like present and like is like having a good time. Yeah, so I have a lot of respect for Yuta. So there are like quite a few things that I learned on this trip. I think, well, I kind of have to like leave Iku out of this well, I will say that I learned something about I'm gonna close off this stream and tell you what I learned about each of the Prism girls. My experience with at Iku Hoshifuri, at Yura Rikudo, at Luto Araka, and at Naki Kamizuki. I learned a new thing. I learned something new about all of my fellow Prism girls. I think, you know, she normally says she's shy. If she is shy when she like first meets people or is chatting with people, she does a really good job at covering it up, because she takes like command of like the conversation, and like she's really good at making it feel like really natural, and like making the other person feel like good, you know what I mean? The last day when we had Indian food, we were like, because we did it so that like everyone just sort of like paid for each other's stuff, and like we didn't really care too much about like the small stuff. But the last day when we ate Indian food, like Yuta was like, well, it's the last day, let's all pay for our own stuff. I was like, cool, good idea. So Yuta like went up to the guy and asked if we could split the bill, and the guy was like, no, you have to pay together. And Yuta was like, no, like please, like she put on the act, and like she was like, oh no, like please, like for me, like kind of thing. And like he was sold, you guys. Like we split the bill. Like there were so many instances where like I didn't think, I thought this shit only happened in movies, you know, like where the girl is like, but like please, or whatever, and they get what they want. I thought that was fake, but no, it's real. It's 100% real. Like that's crazy. Oh my god. Anyway, so conclusion, what did I learn on this trip? I reaffirmed to myself that Iku is like a very good like nurturer. Like whenever I have like an allergy attack, oh my god, Ludo, hi, isn't that crazy? Was that not crazy? I was like, I could never do that, and like B, I didn't know that shit actually worked, you know? Okay, anyway, I'm as to conclude, I think okay. So whenever I have a run-in with like a nut, when I accidentally eat like something with like nuts in it, and I have to like die, no, I have to like throw up or something, or like I feel really gross. Like Iku is like always there. Like she's always like, except when I'm throwing up, because she's like a sympathetic vomiter apparently. But like, but like she will be like, do you want to lay down? And like she'll prepare like her like sweater, if she has like a sweater, or like her bag, or like her lap or whatever, like she'll like prepare like a place for me to like lay down, and she'll stroke like she'll like, you know, like touch my back, or like stroke my head, or like, you know, she's really good at like making you like feel like calm, you know? Wife energy. Yeah, wife energy is so real, you guys. Anyway, like, oh, she's so good. Like, because as someone, I'm not someone who's very like physically touchy with people, unless they're physically like touchy with me, or like they show like the signs of like, you know, unless they are like, if they hug me, I will hug back, but I'm not like a hugger, you know? And I don't really know how to like make people feel better, like physically, like when they're having like a problem. But Iko's really good. She's always been like that, but I think I reaffirmed that this trip. Like she's very much a nurturer, and it's like, so, I don't know, it's so like admirable. As someone who's more on like the logical side of things, and can like talk you through I think like I can try to talk you through a crisis or like be logical and reasonable about things. I'm like, okay, well, this happened, but this also happened. So I think like there's just like, who's this, Luto? No, Iku. But like for as someone who is more on the like okay, let's sit down and like talk it out, sort of like let's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think like what's a good way to describe it. Like, yeah, I don't get like too obviously I'm emotionally invested in things, but it's easier, yeah, more of a counselor. That's exactly what it is, because you can't let your emotions like take over, and like you can't do that as a counselor. Like I would not be able to be like, oh, like do you need a place to lie down? Here, let me give you my lap, you know. Like I wouldn't be able to do that. So, you know, I think like as a counselor, that is like a position that you need to be in. Like, let's talk it through, let's whatever, let's look at the situation, all this stuff. But Iku's very good at like the emotional, like caring side of it. So yeah. What did I learn? Since Luto is here, I'll talk about Luto. Luto, what I learned about Luto on this trip is that I learned how, I think like just watching from like afar, watching Luto streams from afar, like I never really like noticed how much like, I never noticed the similarities that we have, because like the stream content that we do is so very different. So very different, and the way that like, I don't know. And we are different. We are very different, but I think I think I vibed with Luto a lot more than like I thought I would originally. So that was very cool. That was a cool discovery. And then let's see. You two seem like opposites. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that as well. Like through like just from the way that we conduct our streams, I think is very different. And like the way that we like, I don't think it's very different from the way that we are in real life, but like you wouldn't think like, oh my god, like who has like chemistry like within Prism Project. Like I never would have thought it would have been like me and Luto, but I think that we do have a lot of similarities. And there's like there's a vibe there. So come to Japan in November, Luto. Okay. No, I won't say. I will say as if your wallet allows. Anyway, and then let's see. Yura, I mentioned it earlier. I think Yura is very like, I have a new respect for Yura because like, damn, she's the charisma, the Riz. Yura has so much Riz, like way more Riz than like I could have ever imagined. I think Yura might have like the most Riz of like any girl that I've ever met before. And it's like calculated. Like she knows how to use her Riz. Like it's so strategic Riz. It's so cool. It's awesome, you guys. Like watching it happen like in action is so cool. Like I've never seen something like that happen in my life. So maybe it's just because like I don't have a lot of like girlfriend, because like, you know, guys aren't out here to like use their like assets, you know, but like dang, she's so good. What the hell? So I have a newfound respect for Yura. Oh, I also have to say, I'm proud to report that Yura's goal of getting me and Iku specifically to watch Harry Potter this trip was granted, and we just finished movie 4 last night. Oh my god, I can't believe we spent so much time on the trip watching Harry Potter. We literally went to like the Pop Mart, and like we went and we bought like Harry Potter blind boxes, you guys. What? Iku, Luto, and Yura all got like the dolls, like big like dolls. But I just got like the little ones because like I'm not spending money on these dolls. Anyway, what's 4 again? Yeah, 4 is Goblet of Fire. So we watched the Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone, whatever. We watched Prisoner of Azkaban. Wait, no, that's the 3rd one. The 2nd one is Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, and we finished Goblet of Fire yesterday.
What did you think? I like it. I like it a lot. And I think, okay, I need to talk about this. The reason that I like Harry Potter, there's 2 reasons now that I am enjoying Harry Potter. One is because Yura gives so much backstory. She explains every little detail that happens. She's like, oh, this person, you'll meet this person later, and they have like a really big book. They have a really big role in the books, but like they don't show up very much in the movies. But like they're important. You just like have to know blah blah blah. Like it's so funny. She's so good. I was like, oh, in this part, like, why does he do this? Or, like, why does this happen? And she hasn't answered. She's like, oh, it's because this and that and the other. Oh, it's because this. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's so interesting. It's so interesting that, like, everything has an answer. Like, I don't know. It's not like, oh, that it's just because it's Hogwarts. Or, like, oh, it's just because, like, magic. It's just because Disney magic, you know? Oh, it's just because, like, I guess, like, Harry does have a lot of plot armor, but, like, I don't know, at least, like, it'll kind of make sense, like, at the end, apparently. Because Yuna's always already, like, not spoiled, but she was like, you guys have to know that, like, it's all Dumbledore. It's all Dumbledore's plan, you know, like, all this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, like, you know. But yeah, the Harry Potter blind boxes, I think that, like, Harry Potter is very, like, anime-ified, in a lot of countries. In a lot of like Asian countries, so like you can go out, even in Japan too, like you can go out and buy Harry Potter merch that's literally like who are these people, because they're just literally like in anime. I didn't know she was a Potter lore master. Yeah, Yuna's like a big Harry Potter fan, you guys. She would never admit it. She says like when people ask her like if she likes Harry Potter, she goes like, oh yeah, I mean I've seen the movies. But she's like, she knows every detail. She was like, oh, this guy is this because he did this, and like, you remember this guy? They're connected because this happened. I'm like, 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 Yura knows everything. It's so crazy. So watching it with Yura is one of the reasons why I'm really into it, is because Yura, like, every little detail. Like, she's seen all the movies at least 4 times. Yeah, you have to have seen it at least 4 times to know all those details. She's like, there was one point I literally didn't even know. I think because she's seen it so many times, she's like overestimating our ability to understand what's going on, because she's like, pay attention right now. She's like, pay attention. Look at the screen. You have to pay attention. Open your eyes right now. Like, because like it was about yesterday. I think it was because there was a scene where the bad guy, like, he like licks his lips or something, I think is what it is. Like, he licks his lips, and that's how you can tell that like it sets you up for like to figure out like the plot twist at the end of the story. But like, if you just told me to watch the screen, I would not care that he licked his lips. You know what I mean? Like, like, it's so like she knows. I wouldn't say I'm a fan wearing Potter cosplay. Yeah, Yura says that, I think she said that she hasn't bought much Harry Potter merch because, like, if she started, like, she wouldn't be able to stop or something. Just stream the Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. And she was like, now we can play the Hogwarts mod in Minecraft together. I was like, okay. So funny. Yeah, yes, exactly. I mean, like, I don't really mind Harry Potter's... Well, I don't mind Harry Potter's... no, I do mind Harry Potter's spoilers. It depends, but yeah, like the Polyjuice one from, yeah, yesterday. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, the small details that are in... Like, in the second movie where, like, Malfoy's dad, like, sneaks the books or whatever. Like, it's really interesting. I like it. I really like those, like, subtle details, because my biggest gripe about like some anime, like there are some anime that I have a lot of like beef with, and a lot of the reason that I have beef with some anime is because like I'm like, where? What do you mean? Why did that happen? I didn't see that happen. Like, am I supposed to know that was a thing? Like, I don't know. That was definitely like, that's my gripe with a lot of like anime that I have beef with. So in that respect, I really like Harry Potter as well, because like everything is connected, like, somehow, you know, like yesterday, whenever like Cho Chang comes on stream, we're like, Cho Chang! It's so crazy because apparently, because Yuta was like, Yuta did this too yesterday. She was like, oh, she has like a spot. I was like, why? Because Harry like asks her to the ball in the movie, and I'm like, she just showed up, and like Yuta was like, no, it's because like in the book they meet when like they're playing Quidditch in the last book, and that's when like they meet or whatever, and that's when they do whatever. But like. But like that's not, you don't see that in the movie, right? So I was like, what? Where did Cho Chang come from? And like, yeah, Yuta had an answer for me so fast. Yuta remembers everything. Yeah, she's like, oh my god. And when Cedric like, oh, we were talking about like notable Hufflepuffs, because I'm a Hufflepuff. So like, we were talking about notable Hufflepuffs, and like, she's like, oh. Yeah, like Cedric is the only notable Hufflepuff, but like in the book, like someone gets a girlfriend who's a Hufflepuff, and like she's important to the story, but like she barely shows up in the movies or something. I was like, whoa. The Yuta and her like Harry Potter trivia is so crazy. But yeah, so as a result, I am now into Harry Potter. You guys, everyone say congratulations. I now I'm caught up with like the last like, I don't know, 25 years or so. It's nice hearing you geek out. Yeah, I really like watching it with like people. I like watching stuff with people who like are really passionate about it, you know. Congrats. Thank you. Who's everyone's favorite Harry Potter character? I don't know if I have one so far. I mean, I kind of like, I mean, honestly, I kind of like Harry. Is that like a, I don't think that's a cop-out, because there's so many characters and other people like really like other characters. I mean, obviously like Snape too, but like we were, oh my god, there was one time when it was the night I like came back from the club, and like Luto knocked out. Like she came back, she like, I don't know what she did, but when I took a shower, I went to take a shower, I think, and then she might have went to take a shower, I don't remember, and then like she like knocked out, and Iku was like knocked out too, and so like me and Naki and Yuta, we all sat there and we watched an hour of the third movie. And like, there was a moment, it was like 5 a.m., maybe close to 6, and we were like, oh my god, Snape! Oh my god, he's so hot! We went crazy. We like went crazy over Snape at like 6 in the morning. Sirius, yeah, Sirius, he's a good character. Ron, okay. Iku also likes Ron. Did Yuta show her wand? I assume she has one. I don't think she has one. I think that's another one of the things where she was like, if I start buying, I'm not gonna stop. He's the main character. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like Harry. Oh yeah, Hagrid's Dobby's pretty oh my god, when Dobby came on, Naki was like, I love Dobby! He's so Menhera! Like, it was so funny. And when Dobby like hits himself, he hurts himself, she's like, he's self-harming! He's so mentally ill! Like, Naki was so funny. You guys slept in shifts. Did we? I don't know about shifts, but like, we did like, it was usually me, no, it depends on who was the last up talking, but I was usually the last one up talking to someone. Depending on who had the most energy that day, like it changed. It changed depending on the day, but it was usually me and someone else talking until bedtime. Which is why I feel like, no, that's a lie. I was gonna say I have an excuse for sleeping in, but that's not really true. I sleep in no matter what time I go to bed. But, like, there was one, I think the first night we all went to bed at, like, the exact same time. I don't know, I don't know about who, like, fell asleep first, obviously, but, second night we stayed up really late. Naki went to bed first, and then it was the rest of the other four, me, Iku, Luto, and Yuta, who all stayed up talking after that. And then Yuta went to bed, and then it was me, Iku, and Luto talking. The next day I also think Naki went to, or like she went into her room. I'm not sure what time she slept, but like she went to bed earlier, and the four of us again watched Harry Potter. The next day I think was the club day, so who stayed up the latest? It was me, Naki,
Was it the club day? I think it was me, Naki, and Yura, who stayed up again to watch Harry Potter. The next day. Oh, and then the next day was we had to all stay up, or well, we had to stay up to catch our plane. So yeah, like. Oh, my friend messaged me. Should we schedule the wake up early? Okay. Describing Dobby as Menhera is perfect. Yeah, she was like, he's so Menhera. Okay. The fact that you went back from the club, you came back from the club and watched Harry Potter is crazy. Isn't that insane? It was so funny. Like, we were like so drunk. I was pretty, yeah, I didn't think I drank that much, but I was pretty drunk that night. And like, cause I borrowed Yura's bag, cause Yura like did my hair, she did my makeup, I borrowed her clothes, like, I had a bunch of Yura stuff, and she let me borrow a bag. And so I like, so I put all of my stuff, like I put my passport, I put my money, I put like my card, like I put everything important into Yura's bag. And I woke up and it was like, I couldn't find the bag, and I was like, because Yura has like nice bags, so I was like, holy shit, like, did I lose the bag somewhere? And then I was like, Iku, have you seen Yura's bag? And she was like, yeah, I put it away. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, wait, but all my stuff's in there. And she was like, no, it was empty. I was like, it was empty? I was like, wait, what? And then like, I went to go look at like my own wallet, and all of my stuff was in my bag. Like, I put all of my stuff into my bag. Isn't that crazy? I was so responsible. I was hammered, but I was extremely responsible. Like, I was like, whoa, how did I do that? How did I have the foresight to do this? Like, I had no recollection of it, but I was so smart. I had so much foresight, you guys, that night. Yeah, I would never have done that if I was sober. If I was sober, I would have been like, oh, I'm tired, I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, I guess I was like, something in me was like awakened. Not worrying about the passport with the bag, because it wasn't mine. If it was the passport, it would have been my fault, and I would have been like, it's fine, it's me, whatever. But like, the bag, it's Yura's bag. Yeah, I was very conscious that night, apparently, but I don't remember. I will say that like, I watched the first hour of the Harry Potter movie, but the next morning, like, we rewatched it, and I remembered everything, but it was like, I didn't remember. I'm glad we watched it again, because like, Iku hadn't watched it yet. She hadn't finished the second one. Because Iku spent like 2 days, because she was tired. Like, I mean, we were all tired, but like, she kept like because like, she kept like getting into bed, so she kept like watching Harry Potter from like the bed, and then like, she would just like fall asleep. So she fell asleep twice during the second movie. So like, during that time, I was able to finish the second and watch an hour of the third. And so like, we had to rewatch parts of it. We had to rewatch the second, and then like rewatch the end of the second, and then rewatch the first half of the third. But I'm glad that I did, because like, I feel like I was missing details because I was like kind of drunk. I don't know. I heard of a crying drunk, but first time, yeah, I guess I'm a responsible drunk, you guys. I mean, I was the one who called the taxi home. I was like, Luto, we're gonna go home. I'll call the taxi. Like, you know, like, I was very, yeah, I was very, like, I was very on it, I guess. Maybe, yeah, I guess I'm just responsible. Drunk, who knows? Speaking of being drunk, last night, no need to worry about missing details when Yura can recite all the details from memory. Literally. Last night, I was out with my friend, as you can see on my, like, alt. I have better ones. I have, like, I'll have to, like, keep that thread alive, because we have so many funny conversations. Anyway, we were, he was like, oh, when are you leaving? And I was like, oh, probably, like, end of November. He's like, what? That's less than 2 months. We have so little time. What do you mean? We have to find a park. We have to find a park and get some Strong Zero. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And so we went and we got Strong Zero. We saw the park. And we just like yapped. We just yapped for a while, and like, it was really fun. I had a really good time last night. If you're watching, friend, it was really fun. We had a good time last night, because like, he's always like, even yesterday he pulled out the like, oh, you said on your stream that like this, and I was like, oh, that's true, I did say that. Oh yeah, he said, you said on your stream that you have to get bug repellent, and I was like, I guess I did say that. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I am a responsible drunk. Anyway, hi friend. I just got a line message from him, so like, I don't know if he's actually watching, but hi. Let's see. Okay, I said I was gonna end stream. Oh, okay. I was gonna end stream because I need to go hang my laundry before it starts to like smell or something. Thank you, friend. Hi, friend. Oh yeah, and Naki. And Naki, the thing that I learned about Naki was that she, like, because when I first met Naki, like, she was just very, very pleasant, you know what I mean? Like, she was, like, nice, and, like, she was a really good, like, tour guide, and she, like, helped me out, and, like, yeah, she was just, like, really, like, yeah, she was just, like, really, like, pleasant, you know what I mean? She was so cute. She was so cute and, like, pleasant. I was like, oh my god, Naki, she's so cute. And then, like, and then this trip, I learned that Naki's so funny. I learned that she can be really, like, I don't know, she'll have, like, one-liners. She'll have these, like, one-liners that are just really funny, you know? I think that's my discovery of Naki. Yeah, the perfectly timed comment, exactly. Yeah, but she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. But, like, yeah, some of the things she says, it's like, oh, I was not expecting that, you know? Yeah. I learned something new about all my friends this trip, and it was really fun. It was a really fun trip. Lots of energy was used. We all went back home and, like, hibernated for, like, 2 days, but really fun. And we're gonna watch Harry Potter tonight as well. So, I'll come back to you guys with news of, how the 5th movie went. Not tomorrow, on Thursday. Yep. So glad you guys holidayed together. It was so fun. It's so cool that, like, these, like, connections, these, like, VTuber Prism connections are able to, like, do, you know, like, stand the test of time, and, like, we can do this kind of stuff together. It was really fun. So I do hope that I can do it again. I hope that I can have another, I can go on another trip with some of the girlies, because it's really fun. Okay, I need to go hang my laundry, and my stomach has been rumbling since I, like, started streaming, so I'm going to go eat some food as well. Yeah, hang my laundry, eat some food, so thanks for hanging out, you guys. Tsubitaro, thank you again for the super chat. Spacha, arigato. Oshigoto ganbatte ne. And Chunky, thank you very much for this donation as well. It says, welcome back. Ow, wow, wow, wowie. We missed you so much. Hope your vacation was spectacular. It was spectacular. It was really fun. My first big girls trip. Oh my god, wait, I forgot to say, there was when Yuna was doing my makeup, this is one story. I think I talked about it last night a little bit on my, or 2 nights ago on my, or yesterday morning on my stage. There was, when Yuna was doing my makeup, Luto said to me, "You're the most masculine girl I've ever met." And, like, I know what she meant. She just, like, meant that I'm, like, not girly, but it was so funny because, like, masculine has, like, other implications, you know what I mean? Like, masculine. So funny. She said that on her stream too, really? What did she say? She said that I was masculine? Honestly, like, I know what she means, though. I know what she means, because, like, I'm definitely not, like, a girl. I'm not, like, a girly girl or whatever. But... it's masculine. So funny. You kept making heavy things up and going, oh, it's heavy? How I couldn't tell. That's so funny, because I'm, like, the weakest one there. I'm the weakest one there, you guys. Anything, every time I, like, can't open something, like, Iku, can you open this? And she's like, huh? She looks at me like I'm crazy because, like, it's not hard. It's not actually hard to open. But yeah, apparently I'm masculine, you guys. She wouldn't call you a tomboy, but you are a man's girl. What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? Now I'm even more confused. What's a man's girl? You're always seeing the guy in duets with you. Yeah, I do. There are some, there are a few, like, I don't know, I think, like, I just default to the guy when I do it, you know? Like, when I sing songs with people, like, let's see, like, yeah, like, there are some people who I default to the, like, I have another friend who is also, like, not very, like, girly girl, but I always default to the girl part when I sing with her. But when I sing with Vivi, I always default to the boy part. And when I sing with Ego, I default to the boy part. But yeah, there are some people who I'll default to the girl part with, but it just, like, depends on the person. Oh yeah, with my friend from high school too, I always default to the girl part. So I'm very much in the middle, depending on who I'm with. So vibing with Luto, but the enigma is still not cracked. Exactly. Maybe the opposite of a femboy. I don't know. It's the way that she described a man's girl. What does that mean? Actually, no. I think I do know what it means. It's because like, yeah, no, I can understand that. I'll have to go into that. I think I know what that means, but I'll have to think on that for a little bit. Remind me, if anyone remembers, you can remind me to ask about my analysis of what a man's girl means. Like a mask girl, I guess, but like I'm not like mask in the sense that it's like, oh, you know those girls in like the anime that are like you know those girls in the anime that like get all the girls are like, oh yeah, or whatever, like, oh whatever, senpai, whatever. Like I'm not that masculine, you know what I mean? But like I guess I have that energy. I suppose I have that sort of energy. I don't know. Flexible, yeah. I guess. She respected you a lot. Aw, I respect her a lot. I respect her ability to keep her energy, and I respect her her ability to be very unbothered as well. Like yeah, like cuz like whenever things like didn't go, whenever she got hurt or whenever like things like didn't go, I know that like she personally like had a lot of like, she wanted to adventure or like all this stuff, but like you know, at the end of the day, like she was also just very like, she's very unbothered and like just takes everything like as it is. So I have a lot of respect for that as well. Clearly my respect for like my fellow Prism girls has grown a lot through this trip, which I think is very good. It's a good experience, you know. I had a really good time. So anyway. Nanako says, I'm recharging my Ollie batteries. Oh, thank you for streaming so so fun to hear more about your trip and glad you guys had fun. Have a great rest of your day. Love you, miss you, and see you next stream. Have good food. Thank you. I bought some nuggies the other day, so I'm gonna probably make some nuggies. Yeah. Nyum corn. Okay, tea time. Thank you, Nanako. Thank you very much for the donation. Yeah, I'll next time I'm gonna stream, I'll stream on Thursday. I'll try to make a schedule, but I'm not positive about my plans for the rest of the week. But I think I'll try to make a schedule. If it ends up being like, if I end up having to shift things around, like you'll know. But I'll try to make a schedule today, when it's time for me to lock in. But tentatively, I'm streaming today, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, is what my week looks like. All right, thanks to everyone for listening to me yap today. That was a fun yapping session. Let's see. Who can I raid into? Oh, Miss Peel. Yeah, it looks like Miss Pio is streaming right now. I think I will raid into her. I think I've only raided into her like once. So let's do it again. Thanks for the yaps and the in-depth friendship analysis. Yeah, I know that. I'm sure there were like many more stories, but I think that Luto really, I'm sure Luto covered a lot of like the stories. I don't know, because I mean it was a 5-hour stream. I can only imagine that she like yapped about what actually happened, but my overall opinions about like my friends and how the dynamics worked and like some of the highlights I think I got through. So glad you have lots of fun. Thank you for the stories. Thank you. She had fun. Me too. Alright, you guys. I'll see you on Thursday again for, I don't know what we're doing. Maybe we'll game. Yuna told me that I might like Silent Hill, the new Silent Hill game. But I don't know. Maybe. It's on my radar now. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's an okay game. I heard, yeah. Yuna said like I might like it because there's a lot of like psychological like stuff. コンコン森最終面接に行ってきた。いいね言ってらっしゃいじゃない。お疲れ様。頑張ってっていうか、頑張って、日本語でなんていうのかわかんないんだけど、good luck だね。good luck だね。Quite pricey. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. interesting. I am considering it because I've never played any of the Silent Hill games, but it seems interesting. So I'm curious about it. Maybe that will be on my radar. Okay. Anyway, guys. 今日はピオちゃんにレイドします. I'm gonna raid into Pio today. And I'll see you again on Thursday. Yay, comment is questionable, but you may like the story. Yeah, I don't know much about like game mechanics, so I think it might be good. I'll be brave and watch it if you stream it. I don't know if it's like that scary. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it again later. Okay. Anyway, guys, see you on Thursday. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll see you there. Hopefully. We'll see. Maybe I might do like a recording stream because I do want to do some like shorts and stuff before I don't know, before the month ends. It'd be cool to do some shorts. So maybe I'll do a recording stream or something. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you again Thursday. I love y'all very much. Mama, thanks for hanging out today. I'll see you again not tomorrow, on Thursday. Thanks for listening to me yap about our really fun trip. Hopefully I'll have a schedule up later today. And yeah, it was a really fun trip. I had so much fun. Yay! I love my girlies. I love my Prism girlies. They were so cute. Everyone, I hope you enjoy hearing about our trip. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to do a trip yap, but I hope you enjoyed Luto's stream and my stream as well. And I'll see you on Thursday. Alright, bye guys. See you Thursday. Oh, I have my old schedule still up. Hold on. Okay. Bye. See you soon. お疲れ様でした。じゃあねー。